Hey, RJB here. Today we're doing something different. I say it a lot, but today I actually mean it. We're going to look at short replays that I otherwise wouldn't ever bother casting and see if there are some hidden gems in there. Because a lot of replays I have are actually quite short. Like, there are more short replays than longer replays, naturally speaking, of course, because most games just kind of end rather fast. And we're going to start off with Minchel playing on his brown Zerg on the name AQ, and then it's a couple L's or I's, and then E, and then a couple L's and I's again, WI. Let's just keep it short and call him Minchel here on the brown Zerg. And he's against the player Nana here on the blue Protoss, right next to him on the 12 o'clock spawn location. Now, Minchel is one of those players who can be really, absolutely, impressively, ridiculously explosive in the early game. He can do stuff that you wouldn't think are possible. He tries to look for the edge. He tries to push his boundaries, sometimes a little bit too much, but he tries to push those boundaries and do some really wacky stuff. Wacky stuff that's still within the boundaries of normalcy, although this doesn't look that normal to me. He's starting off with a pool and a early gas, so he's in fact cheesing. I went a little bit ahead of myself. I thought he would do some crazy wacky stuff, but still within the confines of normalcy. But this is far from normal. Cheesing isn't that normal, but this might just be what we have been looking for. This might just be exactly what we have been looking for. So Nana here starts off with 2 gateways into a forge on a single pylon. Second pylon is not yet there on the way, so they might actually prove him to, well, him or her, not sure if it's a him or her, but might just get supply stuck. There's a small chance. Don't want to call it for sure yet, but there is a chance that supply stuckness is going to occur. Pylon is up there, and we have Minchel here getting speed very quickly. He hasn't added on a second hatchery yet, but he's planning on doing so right now. He's not choking. This is really weird stuff. Got Zerglings there spawning, but it's only 2 Zerglings. Not 4, not 6. Only 2. And 2 more on the... Yeah, he's just going for 2. I'm not entirely sure what he's up to. Like, he's getting Zergling speed, but then he's going for hatcheries? And of course he's going to go for a Sunken as well to protect himself from those Zealots. But honestly, this is really far out there. This is really far out there. I'm not sure if this is going to work, or if this was ever... if this could have ever worked. Like, is there a chance this will work? Is there a chance it won't? I mean, the chance is pretty big that it won't, so let's just move aside from that. There's a pretty sweet micro here coming out from both players. Nana starts out with a pylon there right in front of the hatchery. Zerglings are on the chase trying to kill the probe. Their probe is managing to get away. It's pretty difficult to catch that probe, but he gets it in the end, nonetheless. And he's going to run straight past and keep running in circles, trying to find for more probes, because more probes are on the way to get cannons down here in front of Minchel's hatcheries. Whereas Minchel is just going to keep on making Zerglings now. Actually, I forgot to add on the production tab there on the top corner. Right, so he's hunting for those Zerglings, and he has the vision from the 2 Overlords, so he can always find those 2 Zerglings to prepare himself for them. It's actually pretty cool stuff. The Zerglings get another Zealot there as well. Zealot didn't bother to fight back. It looks like Minchel is just going to try to style on Nana. Minchel now adding on even more hatcheries. Alright, I kind of like this. It's such a weird build order, but it looks like it is, I don't know, working? I don't want to say that it's working, but it might be working. This is just something I've not really ever seen anyone do before. This really is pretty far out there. So yeah, now some pretty sweet micro coming out there from Nana, trying to get the most Zergling kills he can with these inferior numbers against Minchel's absolutely impressive Zergling army, which is quite devastating at the moment. Getting the pylon there in the front, even assisting it with a drone. And he's very low on drone count, honestly, but so is Nana. Nana is on 20 probes because he went for a single Nexus, didn't add on another one. The other one is now being added on though, but the dividends from that +1 Nexus are going to wait. They're going to have... It's going to take a while before he's really going to notice. Whereas Minchel is now in a position where he can drone up pretty quick, pretty fast, because he is not in danger of getting attacked, because these Zealots can't really do too much against the Zerglings and the Sunkens combined. There's a chance that he will want to do it, but Minchel has so far proven himself to be a really great circling micro player. So I don't think Nana is going to try to risk it for the biscuit. Don't think Nana is going to try. So we're going to see Minchel growing a little bit bigger and bigger, whereas Nana is getting Zealot speed and level 1 weapon attack for a very impressive and strong Zealot army. Also a cannon in the front that is going to kill this Overlord if Minchel doesn't move it away quick enough, but he is not paying attention that much, and I think losing the Overlord might actually really hurt him. Because he's going to slow him down. He does have another Overlord on the way, but I don't think it will be in time. And yes, the Overlord here is going to go... Oh, he saved the Overlord. No, he didn't. He didn't save it. The attempt was really good, though. He tried to take focus away from the Overlord with some Zerglings, but it just didn't pay off. It just didn't work out. He almost had it. Almost saved the Overlord, but now he is instead supply stuck. Not for long, though. But he would rather have spent those 100 minerals on perhaps some drones. He's now on 30 drones. He's really grown bigger, really fast. He's got 2 Hylisk Dens there on the way and an Evo Chamber as well. So we can get range, speed, and level 1 Hylisk attack all at the same time and transition into a very strong Hylisk army, although I'm not sure if that will be strong enough to contest whatever Nana has at the moment. Although Nana on 4 gateways, got Storm not yet on the way, Dark Templars might be in the works. I do see High Templars, but Storm is not yet queued up. Corsair there out on the map, gonna hunt for some Overlords, but I do think Minchel will have Hydras. Not on time. I thought he'd have them queued up by now, but he's still adding on even more drones. Queues up 3 Hydras to take care of the Corsair there on the side. He's getting Sunkens here around the den as well to protect against those Zealots. Zealots are now on the hunt, going in for the kill. And this might actually be where Minchel dies prematurely, although that's a lot of Sunkens. A lot of Sunkens are ready to defend, but there's nothing to wall the Sunkens off. So the Sunkens are pretty much within striking distance of those Zealots, and they do go down pretty quick, and now there's not much left to defend. And this might just be one of those games where Minchel is, as I said at the start, sometimes he is a little bit too close to the edge. He tries to go a little bit too far. Oh, I don't think this is gonna be it. The Corsair on the side keeps killing Overlord, so he's keep getting supply stuck. Can't really make that many more units. Now Dark Templars are on the way as well. He does have some... Oh, the Sunkens there in the back also goes down. And now the Lair is under attack, and Minchel taps out, and that's the game for Minchel. Minchel flying a little bit too close to the sun. Wait, no, Minchel is... Yeah, that was Minchel. This was Minchel. I got this replay from JH's autosave. Yeah, Minchel died, and JH is still observing, which might mean the replay is going to go on for a little while longer. He's going to leave. He's going to leave. But yeah, that didn't really work out how he intended it to. Not sure what his plan even was. Just very weird stuff. Not something you would usually try against a Protoss 9 pool with speed into hatcheries. It was close. If he had a little bit more time, it might just have worked. But he didn't. He didn't have enough time. So no, it wasn't meant to work. It just wasn't meant to happen. So just let me find another replay with Minchel that is short but powerful. Powerful and short. Let's see if I can find something. Alright, this might be too short, but I'm gonna give this one a try. But it might just be too short. It might just be too short a replay, but that's why we're here, to cast short replays. Hopefully this one is gonna be good. This is Minchel against 458. And we've got Minchel here on the name SUS, he's sus. He's a very sus player. This is even before Among Us existed, so yeah, this is from 2018, near the end. Maybe Among Us already existed, but Among Us didn't really become something big until 2020. So he is sus, but not because of Among Us. Alright, let's see what High Roller, that's I believe 458, it might not be, because someone else hijacked his name at some point. So it might in fact just be the hijacker High Roller, instead of the real 458, who has the Battle.net ID High Roller. but not too sure where it's gonna go. Alright, so we've got gateways there on the way from High Roller. 2 gateways, kind of the same stuff as last game from Nana. And we've got a command center here on the way from Minchul. Okay, we already kind of know where this is gonna go, but let's just ride it out. Let's just ride it out and see what's gonna happen. But I can tell you, this ain't gonna be pretty. So let's just speed it up a little bit. Honestly, we already all know what is going to happen. So I'm not gonna play it slow. I'm just gonna speed it up a little bit and see where this is, how this exactly is gonna play out. How is this exactly gonna play out? Zealots are on the way. You got barracks is on the way as well. Zealots have not yet spawned. They're now spawning. They're on the way. Minchul scouts the wrong way, in fact. Goes towards the 9 o'clock spawn location instead of the 12, but I do believe that Minchul now knows that High Roller is on 12. There's a pylon there blocking access to the gas. That's very annoying. We don't see a bunker yet, so it might mean that Minchul is not expecting to get rushed. But Zealots are already entering the base, and that might mean that Minchul is going to tap out and call the GG very soon, but he's going to try to fight back first, of course. Bunker there on the way there next to his command center. The SCVs are under attack. Marine has spawned. Marine is going to try to fight back. Zealots are on the chase. Zealots are running down the Marine. Marine's going to micro pretty well there, but now it's going to go down there in between those. He manages to keep it alive, but now the SCVs are on the side, though. They are taking some pretty critical amounts of damage. The bunker is going to finish up there, though, next to the command center. That might just save the day, although now the Marines have to get inside the bunker first, and they are getting blocked off. Now we have 5 Zealots on the scene here, and 5 Zealots is actually pretty darn strong if you only have 3 or 4 Marines alive. He's got 5 Marines alive now. The bunker is not going to get repaired. He's a little bit too slow with the repair. Minchul making some big mistakes here. High Roller is just going to end this within, as I said before, about 3 minutes. Very short replay. And yeah, this happens as well. This happens as well. We don't really get to see this that often. We really don't get to see this that often. But boy, does it happen often. I just don't happen to select those replays much because honestly, they are a little bit wacky and might not be that much fun to cast. So we had a replay with 458. I mean, High Roller, who might have been 458. But now let's actually select a replay with 458. And see if we have anything good up our sleeves or not. Do we have something good here? Or do we not have something good here? I'm kind of curious to see. Alright, so we got a Hamburger Sasu against 458 from 2018. So also 2018 from a little while ago. But this one might just prove to be a little bit more exciting than the last one. The first replay was kind of fun. Minchul had something going. Didn't work out, but he had a plan. I don't know what his plan was in the first game, but he had a plan. And that is important. He had something in mind. It just didn't go as he had in mind. 458 here on the orange Protoss, as usual, and Hamburger Sasu on the red Terran. Let's hope this game is going to deliver us some of that short, tight-packed, small package, epic stuff that we really are hoping to see. Alright. He's going for Dragoons. He is going for Dragoons. Now, we have seen Dragoons go pretty damn wrong when the Terran is right next to the Protoss. But it kind of depends on, is the Terran going to find the Protoss on the very first scouting attempt? Or is the Protoss gonna have a bit of freedom and get those Dragoons up and running and get the damage rolling? Or get the damage dealt. Not sure how I was gonna word that, but it looks to be like 458 is in a pretty good spot here. SV goes to the right, but it goes to the 3 o'clock location, whereas the Marine looks to be going to the left. Which means that 458 is going to have some sweet-ass time to get those gateways reducing Dragoons and get the Cyber finished and get Dragoon range on the way. Although he's only scouting the chokes. This might just spell Mayday, although he is a little bit slow with the scout there to the right. And he is in fact going to scout the right. But he's only scouting the chokes. But now that he has scouted all the chokes on the map, he's going to start scouting entire bases. So he scouted the chokes in a very fast and speedy manner. Now he's going to scout the entire bases. Dragoons are queued up, but Marine is arriving on the scene. And a Marine arriving on the scene spells trouble. There's one pilot on the bottom side, which does cover the option of Hamburger Sasu hiding Marines in the corner, waiting for Dragoons to leave, and then going in for probe harassment. So 4 of 8 does have a pretty good setup for success here. But he's getting attacked. He's losing... Well, he hasn't lost a probe yet. But he's in danger of losing a probe. And the micro there with the Marine is pretty damn strong on point. But now the Dragoons have spawned. One Dragoon takes down a Marine. And now Dragoons are ready to hunt down that choke there, where a bunker has not yet been made. Hamburger Sasu wants to push his luck. Units are going to meet here in the middle. Dragoons are walking... Ooh, 458 is a very aware man. He was looking where his Dragoons were going. He wasn't just sending them into the middle without paying attention, but Hamburger Sasu is doing a great job buying time for his bunkers to finish. And when those bunkers finish, and when he has Marine range, the Dragoons are not going to be that strong anymore. But 458 is changing his plan entirely. He's going for the fake out. But Hamburger Sasu might catch on that 458 is going for a fake out. Because usually by now, the Protoss will have 6 Dragoons with range finishing within a couple of seconds, and then trying to go for an attack, trying to deal some damage. But the fact that there's now 2 Zealots here means that 458 is changing his mind. Which might of course mean that Hamburger Sasu is going to try to go for a counterattack preemptively before their Shuttle Reaver becomes operational. So now 458 continues producing Dragoons. Hamburger Sasu has bunkers in the front and a command center there under production or under construction in the back. He already has range finishing up in seconds, which should keep those Dragoons away from the choke. And the shuttle is almost finishing here in the back for 458, who is now finishing his support bay. So definitely going to be Reavers. Oh, Hamburger Sasu is feeling like he can go for it. He's noticing that there's not that many units out on the map for 458, and those Marines are pretty damn strong. And once the stim upgrade finishes, he will be even stronger. But the Reaver has been queued up. Can 458 buy himself just enough time against these ranged but unstimmed Marines with his Dragoons? Got a micro backwards. Hamburger Sasu really wants to win this quick. He's got the feeling that he can punish 458 for his mistake. But the Reaver is under production, and Dragoons are spawning soon as well. He's kiting, he's microing backwards. The Reaver is close, very close. If Hamburger Sasu doesn't do significant amounts of damage right about now, the Reaver with the shuttle is going to be lethal. Looks to be a close fight there. Dragoons are getting taken down by the Marines, but the Reaver spawns are in the back. Reaver gets picked up there by the shuttle. Dragoons are pulling backwards even further, but he gets on top of the Reaver. He gets on top of the Reaver, and he kills the Reaver, and that's the GG. Oh, that was so close. If 458 managed to pick up the Reaver, bring it to safety, let it finish his scarab, he could have won the game right there and then by killing these Marines, and then there's almost nothing left in the base for Hamburger Sasu to defend with. That could have been the end of the game, but this was actually one of those very short, tight, but exciting matches where everything was so close, so tight, you just didn't know who was going to win until the very end. This one was a banger. That was hot. Oh, that was hot. As a famous actor once said on YouTube, oh, that's hot. Now that's hot. Alright, that's kind of cringe. That is kind of cringe. Let's look for another one. Hamburger Sasu won the match, so let's look for a match with Hamburger Sasu. Let's look for a match with Hamburger Sasu. And let's make it an old one as well. Let's just do a couple of old replays that are short. Just give me a couple seconds and I'll find one. Couple seconds and I'll find one. One, I really want to get one that's really good. Okay. I'm gonna give this one a try. I'm gonna give this one a try. It's... Hamburger Sasu. On the name with a lot of numbers in it. Against a player called Good ABC. I don't know who Good ABC is, but I hope that this one is going to deliver us some excitement as well. Last match was honestly really good. It was short, but so much stuff was happening. It was really great decision making specifically, and the amount of read that Hamburger's House had on the situation was absolutely nuts. I don't think many other players would have read the situation like he did, but he read it perfectly. Alright, so Good ABC here on the blue Protoss, on the bottom right of the map, and Hamburger Sasu on the teal Zerg on the middle left of the map. Hamburger Sasu Zerg is absolutely beautiful. But is his opponent strong enough, or well, weak enough, or maybe that's not the correct phrasing? Will Hamburger Sasu have such a good match that he can kill Good ABC in under 10 minutes or so? In 10 minutes or less? That's the question. That's what we're looking at today. We've got a gas coming out from Good ABC very, very early on. Exceptionally quick. Exceptionally early. This Hamburger Sasu here on the middle right is doing everything as standard. Gets a hatchery in the choke, because that is something he's particularly good at. And a hatchery in the back after the pool. This is standard stuff. But what Good ABC is doing might just be a very fast Reaver drop. It might not be, it might be. I don't know. Because sometimes you get these players who just do very wacky things that you wouldn't expect them to be doing. You expect them to be doing A, but then they go for option B. Or well, no, not even option B. They go for option C or D. Things that are so uncommon that you just wouldn't expect them. He's getting Zealots first. Alright, Zealots are on the way. He's mining some gas. He's waiting for a Cybercore to finish. What is he going to get with the gas from his Cybercore? Gonna get range or a Reaver or well, robotics facility? Get the robotics. So he's going for Reaver drop, without a doubt. Maybe a Reaver push, but Hamburger Sasu is making Zerglings. He's up. He knows that Good ABC is up to something. He's got 8 Zerglings in total here on the middle of the map, ready to stop that proxy mid build from happening. Zerglings are attacking the pylon. There's only a single Zealot there. Probe is under. Oh, he gets a surround on the Zealot. Even more Zerglings on the way now. Hamburger Sasu knows that he's got the opening. He knows he's got the chance to just turn the game around before he was even under danger or under threat. He is seizing the lead early on. There's no fortune in the back there for Good ABC. This might actually be one of those worst case scenarios. It looks like a worst case scenario. He's adding on another gateway. Hamburger has come in for the top side there. Robotic support bay has finished. He's going for the pylons first. He's not even going to try to kill probes. He's going to attack the pylons, and he's even throwing some bad manners at Good ABC, who's getting caught completely with his pants down, unprepared, no defenses whatsoever. He's now forced to use his probes to defend. Hamburger Sasu back at home is getting drones. He's getting another hatchery, getting gas as well. Probes are going down. There's now 12 probes left for Good ABC. He lost about 7 of them. He might lose number 8 as well, but Cannon gets taken down as well. Zealot is on the chase, running in circles, gets probe number 8, number 9, might even get number 10 and 11. There's only 11 left. Hamburger Sasu now with 17 drones. He's just completely taken over the match. He's completely taking over the match. Good ABC was not expecting this one. Oh no! His Zerglings get caught in between the Zealots. That actually caught me by surprise. That one was a funny one. Right, support bay is on the way. But the damage has been done. Good ABC is bleeding. He's fallen behind in a Protoss against Zerg. He's only on a single Nexus, and Hamburger's house has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hatcheries, and the Hylisk Den already on the way. 22 drones in total, the game is looking pretty bad. One sunken there, the choke. Gonna walk through. A zealot made it through. And now we might be seeing some return damage. Although even more probes are going down here in the base. Only 9 of them left. And he's building a hatchery here at location as well. Hamburger Sasu is just gonna toy with good ABC. He knows the game is over. He knows he's got this. He's even losing drones on purpose. He's losing drones on purpose back at his base. Well, he kills the zealot in the end. But he didn't even bother fighting back for like 5 or so or 10 seconds. He just lost, I think, 4 or so drones to the one zealot. But he didn't care. He just wants to poke fun at good ABC, who is getting torn apart, picked apart, getting absolutely destroyed. And Hamburger Sasu isn't even trying. Zealots are arriving here though, but there's some Hydras behind the Sunken, and of course a Sunken there in the front as well. Sunken's gonna get taken down there though, but good ABC is just prolonging the inevitable. He's prolonging the inevitable conclusion of this match. Hamburger Sasu keeps throwing shade, keeps calling, well, it's basically a text emoji. It's kind of like, what are you doing? What's going on? It's kind of like a trolley face. Where you're asking your opponent, what's happening? Are you okay? Are you okay, my friend? Anyway, Hamburger Sasu on the chase there with the Hydras gets into good ABC's lack of base, because there's not much base here in the base of good ABC, but he arrives there nonetheless, gets on top of the Reaver there in the back. Reaver's gonna get taken down there by this round by the Hydras. Very good target selection. Gonna just kill anything he can now. He's gonna try to put some micro into the mix as well, while talking smack at the same time. The shield is finished, but it's too late. The Reaver's already dead. There's nothing to pick up. He picks up some Zealots, but the Zealots, there's not really anything. This doesn't serve a purpose. He gets in the back there, and yet this is a done deal. Hamburger Sasu wins the game without even having to try, and in fact, he leaves the game. He leaves the game. He leaves the game just to rub it in. He isn't even gonna wait for good APC to call the GG and leave. He leaves the game himself. Well, that is top level entertainment. That's top level entertainment. Well, that's what happens when Hamburger Sasu isn't playing against top level fastest players. He kind of just trolls and styles on the competition. So good ABC got destroyed. Let's see if we can find some other names that might prove to have some funny matches mixed in. Let's see if I can do some Lucky Back. Lucky Back is always pretty damn skilled. He's a pretty damn skilled player. Alright, we're gonna look at a game between Jaehoon and Lucky Back. Zerk against Protoss. Again, we've already seen a lot of Zerk against Protoss so far in this set, but let's do another one. This just so happens to be the replay that caught my eye. I don't know why, but it did. Lucky Back there on the name Barcode L. It might actually be Minchel. It might actually be Minchel. But I don't have enough information to say whether it's Lucky Back or Minchel. I just know that I got this replay from Lucky Back's autosave. That's pretty much the only information I've got going for me. I do know that this player here, the random combination of letters, is Jaehoon. Jaehoon is an ex-pro gamer. He's an ex-pro gamer and qualified for ASL Season 1, 3, and 4, I believe, or maybe one of the other early ASL seasons. But he is a very strong player. He is very strong. Specifically in 2 vs 2 on fastest map, he is really exceptionally strong. Exceptionally strong. Great at multitasking, great at Protoss. But whether his 2 vs 2 and pro experience translates to 1 vs 1 fastest map, that I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Because sometimes these ex-pro players, they tend to do funny stuff that would make sense on a normal map, but wouldn't make much sense on a fastest map. Is Jaehoon going to do stuff that makes sense on the fastest map, or stuff that would make sense on a normal map? Because as most of us know by now, doing normal map build orders on fastest map with Protoss doesn't really work against top level fastest map 1 versus 1 players. But so far it looks to be somewhat normal. Although this gateway is off center, it's not aligned properly, and that does annoy me quite a bit. Anyway, here at the back we've got Luckyback or Minchel. Could be either one, I'm just gonna call him Luckyback. Starting off with 2 Sunkens there in the choke after his hatchery, pool, and other hatchery have all been started. So a very safe opening here from a Luckyback. Goes for 2 drones, for 2 Sunkens in the choke, just to make sure he's not gonna lose that choke and die an early death, because that is something that tends to happen when a Protoss rushes a Zerg. There's a realistic chance that the game ends quick, without much action, just a very quick and early death by the Zerg. But not this time. Not this time. This time we're gonna see a little bit of a longer match. Not too long, of course, because the concept of the video is short replays. How short this one is going to be, I know. I saw the length of the replay, but you don't know yet. So you're in for a surprise. Let's call it like that. Yeah, Luckyback is doing very standard stuff, and actually I do think it is Minchel and not Luckyback, because the APM is a little bit too low for Luckyback and right within the ballpark for Minchel, who isn't trying too hard to play well. Alright, so Jaehoon goes for very early Robo after he gets Nexus Triple Gateway, and he's producing from all 3 gateways for a very steady stream of Zealots. And he's adding on a Forge now as well to probably get level 1 attack, or to get some cannons in the middle, or in his base. Ooh, Minchel there blocks the drone, but the other side isn't blocked, and all the Zealots just walk through without really taking too much damage. Now there's 3 Zealots in the back ready to attack some drones. That didn't go as planned. That didn't go as planned at all. And now we are losing drones, and that really is a terrible prognosis, because there's 3 Zealots there in the back running amok. Zerglings are spawning, but they might just be a little bit too late, because of the 13 or 14 drones that he had, there's only 9 left. And as we all know by now, that in all of the replays that we've seen so far, where a Zerg loses drones like this and is forced to spend so much money on Zerglings in this exact same fashion, it doesn't tend to end well. It doesn't tend to end well. So he's on 13 drones now, and Jaehoon is on 33 probes in total. He's on 53 supply, about double. But now we've got Zerglings here on the chase, ready to go for a counterattack to stop that proxy mid-build, but Jaehoon pulls his probe away just in time, and his Zealots as well. Dragoons are on the way there on the middle as well. I really like this switch up into Dragoons. I don't know if it's the most optimal choice, but it actually does allow him to get those Zerglings killed and deny the Zerglings from killing his probe on the middle as he's trying to get a proxy base here on the middle set it up, or a contain with cannons set up. So the Dragoon option is actually kind of nice. Shuttle in the back is finished. We've got level 1 attack and shuttle speed both on the way. Citadel of Adun is now warping in as well. We're also going to be seeing Templars and Zealot speed, of course. Whereas Luckyback has taken... or Minchel. Anyway, Minchel or Luckyback has taken a lot of freedom. He's made a lot of drones and has, I think, almost entirely made up for the fact that he lost so many drones. He's also being very defensive in the back here by starting to build a lot of Sunkens in the back to defend himself against probably a Reaver drop, just in case his Hydralisk Den isn't finished on time. So 35 drones now. He really kind of cheated his way through that drone count. He has just been making drones, nothing else, for like the last minute or two. but Zealots are trying to fly in. Zealots and a Reaver as well in the mix. Zealot unloads, Reaver unloads, gonna take down those Sunkens. We got Hydras on the way and Hydra speed as well. Reaver lands next to the drones. Can't shoot yet. The Scarab doesn't want to come out. Kills 2 drones, the rest of the drones are running away. Hydras are spawning, Shuttle is flying away, getting micro to safety. So in the end, it looks like he doesn't take too much damage. The choice to add Sunkens in the back really helping him out immensely. But the Shuttle is still alive. And so is his Reaver here in the choke. And so are the Templars that are on the way and the Storm that is on the way as well. Also getting armor now and getting Zealot speed. So Storm, Zealot speed, armor, weapon all on the way. Shuttle speed is finished. There's 2 shuttles, 4 Zealots, 2 Reavers. And now adding and building gateways on the middle as well. There are in fact no cannons on the middle. He's not going for a cannon contain. He's just proxying his gateways to the middle, and he's using these Dragoons as cannons. Usually these Dragoons would be cannons. Jehoon instead made Dragoons. Dragoons are multi-purpose, unlike cannons which kind of just have to sit there and wait. Dragoons can also attack. They can defend and attack. Pretty nice drop here on the bottom side, although he's keeping 1 shuttle there so he can micro his Reavers. Hydras are coming in to attack. Ooh, a large group of Hydras are going to take it down on the very first shot, and the Reaver shuttle micro is pretty on point to keep the shuttle alive with very small amount of HP. Actually, the least amount of HP possible. 3. Just took 1 more hit and would have gone down. Hydras are spawning, Hydras on the chase. Hydras are going to try to kill the Reavers in the back there, but the shuttle is hanging overhead. Oh, 1 group of drones there goes down. Drones are running away, but now he can... Oh, this is pretty sweet stuff. Jehoon is really playing a really great match here. Although his minerals are very high, he's not macroing well at all. But he's killing drones, he's killing Hydras. And there's not much left here on the bottom corner for Lucky Bag or Minchel. He gets on top of the Reaver there in the end, though. Reaver's going to go down, takes it down. Still has 28 drones alive, but another drop there comes in. This is a Templar drop. Templars arrive on the scene. He dodged the first storm. Storm number 2 gets completely hard hit. Only 14 drones left alive. The last storm there was really on point. This all comes back to that one moment that some Zealots walked through the choke as if nothing was happening and started killing drones in the back. And now he really is having a big trouble. Right, frontal attack there happening with a massive Zealot and Dragoon army. 170 supply against 37 supply. This isn't even a contest. This is just straight up slaughter. Although he's forced to pull back for now because those couple of Hydras there in the front are assisting the Sunkens, which are great in number. But a drop there comes in from the bottom side. There's a Templar in there. Templar's going to storm. Storm misses the drones, but he picks both of the Templars up, keeps them alive, and can go in another time whenever he has energy back on the Templars. Really well played from Jehoon there. 25 drones, 38 supply against 188, soon to be maxed out on 200. This game is taking longer than I thought. I thought Jehoon would have already ended it. But he doesn't want to waste his units into the Sunkens, although at this point I don't think the word wasting exists in his vocabulary, because he can honestly just try to break through, rinse and repeat, and eventually he will have killed everything here in the choke. Picks up more Templars, ready to go for another storm drop, but it looks like he has to go for another storm drop. Lucky Bag or Minch is holding on. Storm up there coming in for the top side. He's going to try to intercept it with the 4 Hydralisks, but the shield is a little bit too beefy, a little bit too strong. 1 storm, 2 storm, 3 storm, and that is the money shot. Only 6 drones left alive, and that has to be the GG. He's going to have to call GG very soon. And somehow, the front here, he didn't lose all that many Sunkens. This configuration with the Sunkens and the Hatchery and the Hydras really is paying off. The big problem is, though, he is not able to keep his drones alive at any point. Every single drop so far has killed drones. Some drops have killed more, some drops have killed nothing. Well, I mean like 1 or 2, not nothing. I meant to say have killed less. But the bottom line is that this game is pretty close to over, and is as one-sided as it can be. Jehoon there very slowly tearing through the choke there. Shuttle drop there, also dancing back and forth. It's a Reaver, in fact. Gonna do some sweet Reaver shuttle micro to zone those Hydras away from the choke. He's breaking through, and this time around he's not losing many units at all, because he has those upgrades on the Dragoons. Level 1 armor, level 2 weapon, and yeah, that has to be GG, and yes, it was in fact Lucky Bag playing here. Lucky Bag calls GG. Jaehoon wins this one convincingly. And as I said before, it all came down to those couple zealots walking through the choke and killing stuff in the back. Specifically drones. So yeah, that's it for today. Just some short replays that I otherwise would never ever bother to cast, because these are all standalone replays and they're too short to cast as a standalone replay. Unless I do it like this. Unless I just select a whole lot of short, shitty replays and cast them all at once. And it kind of sounds nice, short, shitty replays. On Tuesday. Short, shitty replay Tuesday. Anyway, this is RGB for RGB TV. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked the replays. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe. Do whatever you want. Have a good day.